Do you overthink before going out on a lunch with your colleagues? Do you get cold feet when you're meeting other professionals? Are you someone who's very good at coming with excuses to cancel these plans? Well, my friend, this video is just for you. So take out your notebook and start making notes on how to make the most of a networking event as a designer. And who knows if it helps you get a better opportunity or a great freelance project. Let's dive in. Understand who you really are. When you're sure about your interests, values, and skills, you're more likely to find events that align with them. This in turn makes it very easy to network or meet people with shared interests and shared opinions. That way, you're not necessarily meeting someone who is completely a stranger to you, but you have something in common already. Additionally, when you know your strength, it becomes very easy to leverage them during networking. For example, if you're a great listener, all you have to do is listen to them, not talk so much. So you can build a rapport with them, hear their perspectives, their opinions, what they're struggling with, and build a bond over that. Similarly, if you're a deep thinker, you can ask deep questions and drive the conversation in a meaningful way. So ultimately, understanding yourself can help you build a network that's both supportive and aligns with your goals. So take time to understand the right strengths and values and find networking opportunities that are right for you. Leverage the digital space to your advantage. Now I know offline events can be a lot of hassle. What should I wear? How should I look? How should I talk? How should I initiate a conversation? It can be too much pressure on you and you might just end up cancelling the plans. So here's a trick. Attend digital or virtual events instead. Research the event beforehand. Read up about the speakers, about the theme, and keep yourself well prepared before you attend the event. This will help you identify the people that you want to connect with and also give you some conversation starters when you want to approach them. But if you think that this is not something you're comfortable with, you can even go on digital platforms like LinkedIn, Behance, and Dribbble, create your profile, put your work out there. This doesn't involve a lot of interaction. Once you do this, you can actually reach out to mentors and industry professionals on a one-on-one basis and ask for their advice and feedback. That way, you are still creating a network without putting yourself in a very social situation. In fact, you can take it one step forward by volunteering with organizations that you feel passionate about. This way, you can also meet people who have a similar level of interest and have some things in common with you. Remember, building a good relationship takes time, so don't rush into it. And that brings me to the next point. It's always about the quality over quantity. When you're attending virtual event, building your LinkedIn profile, or volunteering with an organization, don't try to make as many friends as possible. That's just not your game. Instead, use your strength of deep thinking or carefully listening and building a deep relationship. It's not really important how many people I know in my circle, how big my network is. What is important is, do you have someone who has your back when you need them? It doesn't matter if you have 10 friends who do not show up. What matters is having that one friend who will show up when you need them. So whenever you're meeting a new person, make sure to start with a warm greeting, introduce yourself, and then start building a good rapport. And don't forget to follow. I know this is something that you don't necessarily do, but building a good rapport really requires following up. When you message someone or drop an email after you've met them, it does not sound desperate. It feels like you're taking an initiative to follow up with the person, to build this rapport further. So don't overthink, just send that message and keep in touch with the person. This way you can stay on top of their mind. So whenever you need them, they'll be there for you. Hey, if you're enjoying the video so far, let's take a pause. We have similar kind of content on our channel. So if you're enjoying this one, I'm sure you're going to love most of it. Let's get back to the video. Listen more than you talk. As an introvert, one of the biggest strengths you have is good listening skills and good observation skills. Bring them to use. You see, whenever you're meeting your friends, your colleagues, or professionals, it's not necessary that you keep talking all the time. In fact, it's even better if you can listen, because most of the people like talking about themselves, about their work, about their career. When you actually listen to somebody, they feel heard, they feel more comfortable, more confident. Do you know the best way to show someone that you're listening to them and that you're interested in what they're saying? It's to ask a question. I know I talk a lot about it on this channel, but really, when you ask a question, they'll suddenly start talking about themselves and the spotlight shifts to them. So that way you don't feel like you have to constantly talk about yourself or be in an uncomfortable situation where you don't know how to answer something. Rather, just ask them questions. That way they will keep answering and you will keep asking. In fact, here's an amazing tip for you. If you feel like you don't know how to respond in a situation, you can literally just repeat what they just said. So let's say someone tells you, I had a good vacation in Bali last month. You can just repeat back to them, oh, you had a great vacation in Bali? And instantly they will start talking more about it and they will say, oh yeah, and do you know this is what happened, and do you know this happened, that happened, and you you can just repeat back to them what you're saying. Just remember, don't overdo it. Authenticity is the key. Embrace your introverted side. Don't try to overburden yourself or push yourself too hard. Sometimes social events can be overwhelming, and it's okay to give yourself time to recharge. Even if you meet one person in a networking event, that is absolutely fine. Don't burden yourself thinking, hey, I haven't met enough people, or hey, I haven't made the most of this event. It's absolutely fine. Even one good connection is worth 100 average connections. So do what suits you best. As a design professional, I've had a chance to work with many different kinds of personality type, and I can tell you from my experience, introverts can be great designers too. In fact, their key strengths like attention to detail, deep focus, deep thinking really help them stand out in the industry. Take Apple's chief designer Johnny Ive for example. Johnny's introverted nature has allowed him to create timeless and innovative products like iMac and iPhone, for instance. Introverts, it's time to show the world what you are capable of. Don't let the stigma hold you back. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I'm sure you're going to love other content on our channel. So don't forget to hit the subscribe and the bell icon.